former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the number 1 pick in the draft, and just...
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Vikings nothing. Gay set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. But the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. Leading them out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Damian Harris, 31 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. CD, look at this clock and scoreboard. We're less than a minute into this game, and they've already made 2 trips to the end zone.
So that means that someone's confidence is absolutely soaring right now. There's almost no slowing them down. On the flip side, now you've got to get together. You've got to talk to each other. Make sure you stay tight, stay focused as a team. Yeah, it's a quick blitz, but you can get back in this game if you don't let it get away.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And now out comes Minnesota. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line.
Now a give running left with Lynch. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll run again with Lynch. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Lawrence Taylor. There he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they say.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook, and I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Michael Strahan with a tackle for loss there. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On second down, Lynch. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning.
Third and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And it's fielded at the 34. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He's got a man, complete, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Zach Gentry, 53 yards. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. It's complete. He's got it wrong. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
They're going to give this one to Gronkowski. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line.
They hand this one to Gronk. He stiff arms him. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake, and this is caught. The fake punt works to absolute perfection, and the Steelers will extend their lead on the final play of the half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go. 3rd quarter.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this 3rd quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Fitzpatrick's throw caught here by Metcalf. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
the Steeler first down.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
That's caught by Myers. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So that was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They go up the middle with Lynch. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense. And they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Over the middle, complete. It's Myers. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Fitzpatrick. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Kittle, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Vikings, nothing. Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Come on, ready?
This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Completes it to Samuel. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Steelers.
Throwing here, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it's really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Burrow, that is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
16 more yards. That's another.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 30. 10. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Vikings head out to take over once again. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you